What's up? Welcome back to Zandemonium Sports and Cards. And we are going into week 18 of my Steelers. And I'm kind of nervous this week, man. This is a big divisional game. This is for everything. It feels like every year for the past 3 years, it's been down to the last game to get in the playoffs. Last year, we needed a field goal from the Miami Dolphins. We didn't get that. We didn't deserve to be in the playoffs, man. But man, this team this year has been so up and down, man. Like the preseason, man, we were rolling on offense. We thought that we were going to be, Kenny Pickett was going to get in his bag, and he was on the roll, and Najee and Jalen Warren and even McDonald. Like we thought that we just had some great running backs, which we do. We still have some great running backs. But, it still comes down to the last week, man. It just, why couldn't we just beat the Cardinals or the Patriots? We wouldn't be in this situation, or at least in a better situation. But it is what it is. We can't go back and change the past. We do have Mason Rudolph, and Kenny Pickett is actually healthy, but he's not starting this week, which I think is a good decision by Mike Tomlin. Man, I hope that Kenny Pickett works out, man. But the team is hot with Mason Rudolph right now, man. Like, George Pickens' attitude on the field is way better, man. You can see him smiling, and, man, he got that swag that we always thought that he had, man, and making big plays. Mason is launching it down the field. Like, one thing about Kenny Pickett is that he never threw interceptions. Well, he threw interceptions, but he has a long streak of not throwing interceptions. But he never threw it down the field either, man. Like, I don't know if that's a product of the offensive coordinator, which we fired in the middle of the season. And seems like, man, that next week we got on track, but we went right back, man, and putting our defense in a bad situation. But, man, that's all in the past. It is week 18 against the Ravens. And the Ravens are already in. So Lamar Jackson is not even starting in this game. So it'll be Tyler Huntley taking over, which, man, the Ravens have been rolling this year, man. 4th in offense, 4th in defense in the league, 21st in passing, and I think 1st in defense, 1st or 2nd in defense. They've been rocking, man. And, of course, we've been at the bottom of the league the whole year. We're 25th in offense and 22nd in defense, 25th in passing, and 12th in rushing. Our rushing has gotten better. But, man, I think that 22nd, though, is kind of misleading for our defense. Our offense put us in so many bad situations, man, that I feel like our defense is just way better than that, despite all the injuries. Like, Minkah Fitzpatrick, he would be questionable this week. Roberts is also questionable, man. Our middle linebacker position has been decimated. Like, we're down to bringing Miles Jack back from the couch, and Minkah Fitzpatrick, man, he made the Pro Bowl, but hey, I'm gonna say this first. He's one of my favorite Steelers. I just don't know if he deserved to make the Pro Bowl. Hey, that's a hot take. I love Minkah. He's a baller. I think he's a All-Pro already, but man, it felt like he's been hurt half the season. But he's questionable. With those lower leg injuries, man, I don't know if we'll see him. That means we'll have a makeshift secondary again, man. But somehow, man, we've been making it with that defense, man. I really love our defense. Long as we got T.J. Watt on the edge and Highsmith, I think we can do some damage. Joey Porter Jr. has been a bright spot for that secondary. And Patrick Peterson, you can say what you want to say about him, man, but he's been moved to safety. He's an older guy, older veteran, man. Like, I think he's underrated for, where he's playing, man, and what we expect out of him. But yeah, this is going to be a tough game still, even with Huntley, because this is a division rival. Um, it feel like we always have the Ravens number, but man, it's always a tough game, always a tight game. The teams know each other. They're gonna be fighting. It's still pros on the Ravens. They're not gonna lay down. Huntley is, he trying to put some plays together to put on film so that he can get put in a better situation. So he's not gonna go out there and lay it down. And I'm not sure if they're gonna rest any of the defensive players, but man, still, it's a rival game, a division game, and you got to think with the Ravens that even with their backups, they would love to kick the Steelers out of the playoffs. Like, they would love to go into the playoffs knowing that they kicked out one of their division rivals. Because, I mean, statistically, they're a better team. Lamar Jackson should be the MVP. But, man, they don't want to see us in the playoffs. I don't think they want to see us in the playoffs. Because despite all that, we find ways to get to Lamar Jackson. And I hopefully we'll find a way to get to Tyler Huntley this week 2. So for us, man, the keys to the game, man, is I think stop the rush, man. Tyler Huntley has experience, and Isaiah Likely, their tight end, has been lighting it up. Like, we got to watch out for him. But I think that run, man, if we can stop that run, because they know that our middle linebackers are down bad. So we got to seal up that middle, man. Hopefully our defensive tackles, Cam Hayward, we can get some pressure on them, collapse the pocket, and don't open up big lanes for the running backs. But it's going to be a tough game, man. I'm interested to see what we do, man. Are we going to lay it down, or are we going to step up? Mike Tomlin always talks about the standard, man. Like, can we keep that standard? Can we get back in the playoffs, man? I didn't realize that TJ Watt you can check me, but I don't think he's ever won a playoff game. TJ Watt, man, a league leader in sacks, I guess it's too early, man, but I would say he would be a Hall of Famer. If you can break the record for sacks at the Pittsburgh Steelers, you're going to be in the Hall of Fame. And he hasn't won a playoff game, man. And I'm a big Mike Tomlin fan, man. But this year has stretched me. It has stretched me. Like, you start to think, man, is like, has the course ran? And then you see what they do with to the Seattle Seahawks. And you start thinking, man, was it just the quarterback position, which is a big position? Is it just the offensive coordinator position? We got some Band-Aids everywhere. Is it the secondary being depleted? Is it the middle linebackers being depleted? Like, if he had all those weapons, could we be better or than we are right now? You never know, man. This is the NFL. You're going to have injuries. But, man, I'm excited for this game. But we have to win and get help, which seems like something we do far too often in Pittsburgh. Well, like, for this team, every year, we're needing help all over the place because we lost games that we should have won, man. Like that Cardinal game, that against the Patriots, man, those games like hurt, man. Like, we should have had those games, man. We were at home. Like, those should have been dubs, man. We wouldn't be in this position. But for us to get in the playoffs, first we have to win. That's a big task. Then the Bills need to lose to the Dolphins, or the Jaguars need to lose to the Titans. So, man, come on Titans and come on Dolphins, man. Like, it's just, you don't want to go into week 18 with your destiny in the hands of other people, man. Like, that's not a good feeling because we play on Saturday and they'll play on Sunday, so we won't be watching the scoreboard, during the game or anything like that. So we'll get our game out the way, hopefully with a dub. And we'll see, man. The last time we met the Ravens, It was 17-10 was the score. But man, that game, we won that game. But let me tell you, the Ravens receivers dropped a lot of balls. It should have been closer than that. It probably would have been, dare I say, I know that they dropped one touchdown, the Ravens. So, I mean, but a win is a win. We going to take it. Man, this is a tough game, man. Let's see what we do. And for my final prediction of this game, I got this game 21-17, the Steelers. I think we're going to pull it out. I think we're going to get into the playoffs. This might be just me being biased to the Steelers, but I think we're going to pull it out. I think we got momentum. I think the Ravens are focused on the playoffs. Lamar Jackson is not in. No disrespect to Tyler Huntley, but he's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Lamar Jackson. And hopefully, man, we get this dub, man. And I'll make another video, see what my prediction turned out to be. But, man, on this channel, man, I talk about sports. I love football, love baseball, love college sports. The Steelers happen to be one of my favorite teams. My favorite team in the NFL. But just wanted to jump on. Man, hit a subscribe button if you rock with me, if you rock with the Steelers, or just love sports. I also do sports cards and stuff like that. But man, come on, Steelers, let's go. 21-17 is my final prediction. Let's see what they do. Here we go, Steelers. Let's go. Peace.